So, what? Wait, wrong screen.
That's annoying.
There we go. Right, okay. I think I have my shit figured out now. Oh, well, there's any monetization of this stream out the window. Not probably monetized live streams over here anyway, but we may get in trouble because you're not allowed to swear within the first 4 minutes. But hey, no, it's fine. The delay should make up for that, maybe. I don't know. I've no idea. Anyway, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another live stream of World of Warships Legends, where we are once again covering the Fleet Network's Super Cup. So, things have been heating up. We are in the quarterfinals. We have, unfortunately, had to say goodbye to Pain, ATM, Shock and Awe, Stall are out, Big Fish are gone, United Nations already wiped out, Aurum are gone, and Jokernaut are gone. And actually, I lied, there's also the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack have also fallen to the wayside in the first quarterfinals victory. which went to the Hull Crushers. So we're here and we are going to be covering live probably the biggest match this weekend.
The most intense, at least, like these two fleets are very good, got a great chance of winning. You know, there's other fleets, of course. There's going to be plenty of other contenders. This is not the final after all. But this is going to be a pretty intense match.
100%. So we have the reigning champs, Wasa, and Wasa are taking on the Salty Sailors, and the Salty Sailors have only ever lost to Crimson Dragons or Wasa. So Salty have a little something to prove here today, and I'm 100% sure that their goal is to prove that. And obviously Wasa, again, another team with 100% something to prove. They are the reigning champs. They want to keep it, and Salty are no joke. So for this event, we are only going to have Salty's perspective. There's a reason Genkonomics is going to be streaming the Wasa perspective. So 100%, if you've got two browsers, pull them up. Get us both up on your screens.
We are, as much as we are unbiased as best we can. It's better not to have the opportunity for any chance of any allegations. So we're just going to keep it nice and safe and clean, running this way.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, to mix things up for you, not only are we here watching Demo Dash, but we have also got Chris's perspective in the Ohio for Salty, and if I remember all my buttons, we also have Mr. I Too Good for you all in the Colbert as well. So although we might only be able to see one team side, we have got multiple perspectives for you, so hopefully we'll be able to still have some really good coverage of the match overall.
Indeed, looks like we're going to have different sides of the map, with Chris on the A side, it looks like, and we're going to have I2 on C, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there.
And
looks like a double DD lineup as well, with triple BB either side. Same matchup with a triple cruiser, double DD, and the same lineup. So far, I think the mind games have played to a draw so far. So we'll have to see about the positioning of the map here.
In all fairness, I think this is a very good match for a double DD setup because B has so much coverage, and it's also very easy to contest. So I think wasting a DD in B is wasting a DD. So from
not
my
necessarily a bad
perspective,
idea. But
I think both sides have definitely made the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me, I've
there is advantages.
I've already entered into some minor technical difficulties. Mr. Monk, if you could carry on for uno momento, I will be right back.
Yeah, so having the triple DD is obviously what they've decided not to go for here. It's advantageous because if you lose or destroy, you've got an extra backup, but realistically, DDs are not going to be capped for almost any reason, maybe late game. Looks like the Louisiana are doing some Louisiana drops initially on Louisiana, some Louisiana X Louisiana action. This will be interesting to see. Looks like the Colbert is doing some stuff to get some nice, good shots. It's got island cover. Looks quite nice. A couple boats spotted on the B side here. We're going to get some early shots on Ohio, hoping to get some fires with the Colbert mighty DPM that it has, if all the shells connect, of course. But we're going to get some good damage done here. If Hive is still here, we can swap over some perspectives. That would be great, but we'll just roll with the Colbert for now. Already got a fire, which is nice. Obviously, not a single damage control with a single fire. Oh, it's a double fire as well. So he's going to have to roll with that for a bit longer. And it looks like... the sounds are a wee bit wacky, but we'll walk off that. It looks like the Destroyer is contesting... The Wasa Destroyer is contesting Charlie Cap. The DD from Salty side seems to be disengaged. Maybe looks the double... Oh, it's weird. It's weird to see this. That is... it's hard to see from my screen's a bit smaller than you may realize. So it looks like the It's actually the Ohio that is contesting C, which is possible, but he's getting absolutely clattered by the Colbert. The fire damage
in the
and
ultimate
the
act of irony, Feel My Flame is currently feeling the flames from Too Good.
Indeed. There we go. Yeah. Looks like there's been some tussles on A, some DD exchanges, health pools on the A side. On C, okay, looks like Chris has taken a wee bit of a hit here. He's dealt 31k though, so he's actually dealt more than he's lost, which is really big for a battleship, even at a competitive standpoint. We've got a Z-52 spotted. Now, this could be very dangerous for the Colbert, I think. On the C side there, is that Demo?
Demo's in the Clubber.
Yeah, we could switch over to Demo's perspective. I think he's on Charlie. Or was it on Charlie's side?
We can. I don't know if you can see Demo's perspective, though, through my share screen thing. I think I need to... Bear with me. Okay. There you go. Now you can see Demo.
There we go. Sorry about that. There we go.
I am
so it looks
such
like Demo's
a
lost
boomer.
though you can see 10k dealt. I think that 10k has been dealt to the GD. So somewhat equal trading, maybe slightly favouring on the Wasa side from Z-52. But that's almost expected. Z-52 has that really mean sonar. And you can see Demo's playing the smart idea. He's doing the smart play. He's disengaging. He's not wanting to get near that 5.9 sonar. He's not wanting to engage that. Still worth firing torps, because even if he does run sonar, there's a good chance that he can not be able to evade the torps in time. Sonar does not give you torpedo immunity, it just helps you spot them, after all. Hi, look what's going on at A. What do you think is going on A side?
Unfortunately, we don't seem to have a view. Everyone's viewpoint that we have did just happen to spawn over on the C flank. So A, Salty are they have just captured A. So there's the capture advantage is gone. Obviously, I must have missed the sinking of the cruiser.
More Louisiana that makes Louisiana action. As you can see, the destroyer on A by the Salty side have taken the cap, which is going to net some positive points for Salty. We're going to have to see Schlieffen push, by the way, the wild Schlieffen pick by Cranky here. He's losing a lot of health for this play, but is it going to work out for him?
Like, honestly,
it's like he's in the B, right?
Like, I think against, definitely against the general player base, definitely against some, maybe not all, but some of the teams, the Schlieffen would be a really good pick for this map. Because if you can bully your way into B, which is exactly what he's done, which is why he's taken so much damage.
Sure good,
like, he could have potentially have done a lot of damage from there, but like I said, it's just when you're playing at this level, I honestly think the Schlieffen, as strong as a ship I don't think it's the best pick for this map.
Oh no, here we go. We just lost our DDs. Mr. Axe there, and just got taken out by Louisiana guns. The Schlieffen play, the 6km sonar. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a Schlieffen sonar.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Well, they've lost the DD regardless, so. I'm not a massive fan of the Schlieffen pick, but it is completely off meta, and it will distract people. And Schlieffen is very good at trading, because of the torps.
I think we're about to see Chris put an end to that.
Looks like they're going to lose Louisiana. That Louisiana is probably going to go down to fire or secondaries from Schlieffen before the Schlieffen dies out.
Schlieffen's gone, Mr. Cranky.
Yeah, but the secondaries are still going. Maybe some fires. I think Louisiana's probably going down. We'll have to see. B still being contested, so there's probably either a destroyer or a cruiser. It looks like there's a cruiser on the top right of B. We've still got the Ohio contesting Charlie Cap along with Chris, and the also Ohio contesting Charlie Cap. The DD exchanges on Charlie's side are still ongoing, which is nice. It's good to see. You're getting both teams that are holding their own. What do you think the situation on A side? It's looking a little bit grim for the Salty Sailors on A side.
I don't know. They may have lost a DD, but they do. We've still got the Salty. Have still got all their cruisers, still got all their battleships. Like losing the Schlieffen was pretty big.
That Louisiana's really low though.
But it's still alive, and that Louisiana is now capturing B. So
he's also healed as well. He's down 10k, at least for now. Oh, Venezia spotted. Ohio does hurt Venezia.
Oh.
You didn't get to see the salvo, unfortunately, because of the bad. Oh, he switched to
He
Z52.
switched to Z52, 100% the right.
100% the right play. Did he get any hits? I'm going to
No.
say no.
Wow.
Now it looks Ohio's
bold
him,
move
which is
by
again
Feel My Flame.
really.
Like, not gonna lie,
Oh, okay, no, he got away with it. He got away with it. Chris got away with it there. He's
like,
going for the guns. That's a smart play. Disable the guns.
It's
They can't shoot back.
100% people are going to say this is a scummy move, but because of their advantage, 100% I think the right play here for Chris is to ram him.
Ram. Yeah, 100%. Ram up
Saying
trade, this
that,
is big.
Yeah, trade-wise, Feel My Flame just lost so many hit points. Like, that was...
I don't think that was worth it by Feel My Flame. It was a really good off-strategy meta. Like, this is really off-meta. They're picking Schlieffen. They're charging in Ohio. They're charging in Schlieffen. These are really meta... Like, you know, this could work against a fleet who's not prepared against non-meta tactics. Because, you know, you wouldn't expect this from one of the top fleets in the world.
Yeah, 100%. Because of the angle and where Chris was last spotted, like, if that push around had done what it was designed to do, which I think was to dev strike Chris and put an end to him, like, that would have been a huge turning point for Wasa. But Feel My Flame goes down, and that is a two-ship advantage, and now Chris is in a position to take C as well. So Louisiana,
I think WOWSL is in a commanding position there. Commanding position for this game so far.
Like, don't forget though, Wasa are like the absolute kings of coming back, even when things look. Remember, like Payne had them on the ropes a couple of times last week, and they 100% turned around and you know, showed them exactly what they can do.
Quite a good position there. Oh no, never mind. I take it right back. Colbert is getting some shots on Worcester. I'm not sure if he's landing any, but there could be some island changes there. But it looks like the DD exchanges are still ongoing. But it's weird because the Wasa team have gone for the really off meta pick to kind of catch Salty off guard. It doesn't seem to have worked out for them. They've lost their off meta tactics.
And
question is DD trading.
There's 4 minutes
Radar
left.
On A.
There's 4 minutes left.
Sonar, sorry, no.
There's 4 minutes left now in this battle. Salty are up by almost 200 points. They have the ship advantage as well. Like,
and
honestly,
the Daring just goes down.
Wasa is really now on the back foot, especially after losing that DD.
I don't see Wasa pulling this back, man. I'd be very surprised.
Like, I don't know. No, never, ever count out Wasa for a comeback.
No, I know, but I think with the current lineup, the current ship pool, I think considering Salty is a very good player, is very good fleet, I think it's going to be very difficult for Wasa to pull this one back.
100%. 100%. This is a tough fight for anyone.
Okay, this is what they're doing here. They're doing their play. This is their play. This is their rush. You see, it's all coordinated. Every ship on the Wasa's team just lit up at the same time. They're taking out Demo. Colbert's doing what he can to stop Worcester. That's Chris in the wood.
Yeah, I'm going to say Chris is there in the Ohio as well. That Worcester, that Vlad is.
Worcester's going to do a lot of damage though. Don't Worcester team on her nose on Worcester. I think Worcester might even take out Chris. We'll see.
Enemy cruiser.
Worcester fires AP. He is firing AP. He's firing AP, but Ohio Chris secondaries hit the fire along with the Colbert, deeping him, backing him up. Means that push was unsuccessful. It got rid of a Demo, got rid of the DD, the Daring, but I don't think it was enough.
You say that, right? But 100%, look, that they have brought it back to a 3 versus 4. You know? So
look at the point, man. Look at the point difference. 600 to 200 now.
Let's see who. Our Demo's watching Too Good anyway, so we don't have to worry about.
I think I think Too Good is the most optimal view here because you've got the Venezia on his right, which is a hard. I would say Venezia could counter Colbert in an open water fight because the sap hurts Colbert really hard, and I think I2 knows this. He's not going to pick that fight anytime soon. He is full health though, so And the Veneti, of course, has torps, and whereas the Colbert does not.
Goofy Goober going full broadside to a Colbert with that fire rate.
It's an angled broadside. He's providing angles, and he's losing guns. The snap really hurts Colbert.
It does.
And I think, honestly, it's going to be a hard match for Mr. I2 to win this. He's going to have to keep the HE because you can see Goofy's angled, and it is Colbert guns. They are very small guns. I know they're French,
Mr. I2 doesn't need to win this fight. He just needs.
He just needs to trade.
He just needs to. He doesn't even need to trade. He just needs to. He just needs to keep C uncappable for the next. Well, that's it.
He just needs to live, honestly. He just needs to live. He's losing all his guns. Look at that sap salvo. Just disabled 3. Oh, that was 2 of his back gun. He's only got 1 front gun available.
Running speed.
AP! Fire the guns, the guns!
Goober gets him. But honestly, like it.
48 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? If those battleships get taken down, Louisiana is. Oh, it's Colombo and it's full health. Oh my god.
Full health Colombo still by Delima. Yeah.
No, I think we can call it now, Mr. Hive. I think we call it now.
I think we can officially call it.
Yeah.
Mr. Moyer, how do Marius, Randy, Mr. Flint, all up there in chat?
Hello, Mr.
How are you all doing? Hope you're enjoying that. But yes, some might call this a bit of an upset with Salty coming out, applying the pressure early, and taking the first game.
That's a very good game for Salty, I gotta say.
So you can see that you can definitely see what Randy. Right. They're gonna have to do something. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say though, that was a really off-meta pick by the Wasa team. The Schlieffen pick and the Schlieffen push shoot was very that's not normal for these sort of matchups. So that's a very interesting play. I did like that, I gotta say.
And I don't think we're seeing any ship changes here at all. No one's backed out, so yeah, they're going with the same ships. We're on Shatter, Domination, and no, there is one change for Wasa.
Yeah, I think the Schlieffen's going to be swept out. I don't think they're going to try that again. The whole point of the Schlieffen is to catch people off guard. They're not going to do it twice.
Cranky Cracker didn't change his ship.
I'm very surprised by that.
Unless he changed it in the interim of dying and then came back into the training room. But,
maybe, I don't know, but we'll have to see. They're going to have to ready up their ships before they start the match anyway, so we'll know. But yeah, no, I can definitely see that was a very good game by Salty. They played that well. Wasa did a really good job trying to recover this. You can see the coordinated push. That's really big. A lot of fleets don't do that. They don't do the coordinated push where everyone is pushed.
Their recovery
at the same time,
almost perfect. Like.
They even took out a destroyer as well. That was big.
The way they unifiedly pushed all at the same time. Like, they definitely give Salty a headache with that 100%. And we see Cranky Cracker leaving the the
there's
roster.
No way. I do not think. There's no way he's going to run double Schlieffen again. There's no way.
Yeah, no way I think the Schlieffen was a bad pick from the start.
I think it was a red herring designed to confuse them, and it could have worked. It didn't, but it could have.
I don't know. I don't think red herrings are really a tactic these guys are going to try and use. I genuinely think in that middle, the Schlieffen can do so much damage. And what we've seen in the previous rounds was a lot of people putting their hybrid carriers into that B cap. So if Salty had put, who was in the... I think it was Delima.
Striker was in Louisiana.
Striker. So if Striker had pushed that B cap,
and
Cranky came in, and there was a Louisiana there, Cranky was 100% always going to win that fight. That would have been a big game changer, but it wasn't.
That was the case. They were both in the B cap at the same time. Louisiana almost went down, but the team took out the Schlieffen before the Louisiana could go down.
You're right, actually. That is true.
That's what happened. And don't get me wrong, it almost worked.
Because Lima was out on the flank on A, wasn't he? In the Colombo. You are right. Yeah. It was the was the hybrid there.
Striker nearly went down in Louisiana. Nearly went down to the Schlieffen Madness. But it was very close. Like, he was on, I don't know how much health he was on. It was a single thousand. It was under 10,000, that's for sure. It was very close. The secondaries were almost killing it. I think what saved Louisiana is its deck armor. 38mm deck armor on its carrier growth, is whatever you want to call it.
So we have Z52 and Daring.
So they're going for another Schlieffen pick. The double Schlieffen again.
He has come back in with the Schlieffen. I am incredibly surprised by that. They're just waiting.
I'm surprised as well. What is that, man? I don't get it either, man.
Just
I don't see it as being that useful. I really don't.
To ready up.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to bring in Colombo. Colombo's so good. You've got the disengagement smoke. You've got 16 guns with improved pen angles. You've got a great armor scheme that's resistant to HE. There's so much going for Colombo, man, right now. It's obviously, as we've already acknowledged, the Wargaming's acknowledged that things are a little bit too strong right now, so I definitely think you should be picking this in the cup matchup if it's not restricted. You do get the 6km sonar from Schlieffen, I guess, so that is something. Mr. High?
Oh, hang on. I was sneakily trying to get a look to see how things are going over from on my phone, not us streaming it, going to see how things are looking for Jenk along his side.
I'm sure he's not happy with the last game, but we'll see what happens this game. Alright, looks like Chris has spawned middle this time. I think he spawned C last game. Obviously they swapped the sides.
So let's have a look. We have Too Good also in B.
I put in the D camp.
And
what do you think? Would you put, if you had the choice, Mr. High, would you put a Colbert on B?
And we have Demo over on C. Would I put Colbert? Its shells are floaty enough. It has better angles than pretty much every other cruiser in B.
It's got the 40 shells, I think, in the game. I'm surprised if it isn't.
But I don't think Too Good is going to stick around in B too much. If you look at the mini map, I think
he's moving over already.
Too Good is going to swap over to C. I believe that is also Chris pushing to C. And of course, we're getting the same flank again.
It's good as well. I don't really see an issue if the Colbert spawning the wrong side, because obviously spawns are a big issue with some of the regarding tactics. But Colbert is so fast anyway, I don't think it makes a difference. Notice Demo has his AA guns turned off just in case that Louisiana tries something fun.
Has he got his AA off? To be honest with you, it is a smart move. You don't want people to even though you're not spotted, that sort of radar map spotting, you don't really want people to know where you are. And this is kind of the advantage of the Colbert. Look how far out he's pushed. And the reason why he's pushed out so far is
to get spots. It's a hard map
so he
to
can
get spots.
see around the side of that sea island. So anyone hanging around or trying to cap C from the inside, Demo is gonna get eyes on.
And that's the major advantage of Colbert. You've got that speed, you've got that flank potential, and you've got that, because of the speed, you've got the early spots. You're gonna outspot. You're gonna get the first spots on every battleship, cruiser, whatever it is, before any other DD, because you're just simply so much faster. 54 knots.
I notice how he's not trying to be aggressive, because they're switching around ships. So we can see, I don't know which battleship spawns seaside, but
we got Schlieffen going seaside. I guess it's useful for it as a holding piece, because like if you're the battleship on sea, you're not really going to do much. You're just going to sit there.
Yeah, but his secondaries can definitely do work if the DD is spotted out wide. But
I guess so.
But the question is, Demo going to get spotted? Right, so let's have a quick flick to.
Looks like Chris is getting some focus fire here. He's tanking it like a champ, but again, once Louisiana gets involved, it could be very quick. Louisiana seems to be dropping the other Louisiana. Again, some Louisiana X Louisiana action.
like I completely understand why how powerful the hybrid ships and why people are using them, but my god,
They're
they're
so
boring to
nasty,
watch.
man. Yeah. Looks like
100%.
Wasa are capturing A side, B, and C. They've just got reset on A. They just left the cap on A. But looks like,
They are
whoa, this
being
is a bit.
contested at
This
B.
is very aggressive by Striker here in Louisiana.
In all fairness, he's got the
I don't know.
bow to not have to worry about too much. But I
Yeah, but
am
you still need to put some HE, some
I
torps.
I am curious. Cranky seems to be. I don't know why Cranky is pushing out there in
He's
the
not pushing
Schlieffen.
fully. I don't think he's pushing fully. Oh, look at this Venezia shot. This looks really nice. I don't know if Mr. Goofy sees this.
He
Oh, he
did.
does. He
He
does.
did. He slammed on the
I
brakes.
was
He
going to say,
slowed
if you
down.
didn't see that, that could have been by Venezia. Ohio is no joke when it hits the gun, when it hits its mark. You can see Wasa are taking quite aggressive approach there. They're contesting or capping all caps right now. Whereas Salty are not really able to aggress right much.
The Schlieffen
Nothing
being
else for
on
Chris to
C
shoot
with
at.
its
I don't think
secondaries
gonna...
is dangerous for any DD to be near. So
you can't really contest C, but I mean Chris can, but he's lit up like a Christmas tree right now. I think the DD's spotting him somewhere. I think the DD was last spotted on the first part of C. You see that there in the minimap? It's hard to see.
I don't see the DD ever being spotted. I could see one on
Was that
A.
the DD? I'm maybe it's that.
Yeah, I think.
I think he's being spotted from that. See where he's pointing there? I think he's getting spotted from the back of his ship.
Oh
No!
Demo's taken some torps there.
Looks like the Salty guys are going to be contesting or maybe capping A, which is big. Right now they need the points. C's being contested, B's being contested, but C looks like it's going to be taken by the Schlieffen, which is. We'll have to see how this goes. Colbert's not really getting much. There's not much spotting to be done because Schlieffen is really backed up into that wall, and he's not really going to push out too much. Yeah, you can't get shots. There's no way. You can't go through islands in the Colbert. You can shoot over them, but you can't go through them.
Ooh,
Louisiana shots by Chris. This could be nice. He's going to have to turn his gun full rotation. He is spotted as well, so there's problems. The question is it worth going for Louisiana or is it going for Venezia? I would go with Venezia. But then again, Venezia's kind of wise to where he is. I think it sees I would probably go for Louisiana, but that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong there.
I think you are, because getting that Venezia will open up that flank.
Hold on.
And
hold on. Schlieffen coming in with the torps.
I believe the sonar on Schlieffen is it 6?
6 kilometer sonar, Mr. Hyde. The secondaries are going to burn down Chris quite a bit. He's 2.7 kilometers away. I don't think Chris is going to eat any torps anytime soon. Ohio isn't too slow, but it's still pretty devastating. They're going to have to focus him down, and while he's doing this push, the Wasa team can push up and do other things.
I think the problem Chris is going to have that Venezia smoked up, and he has to give the Venezia his broadside. No, Venezia hasn't got smoke. It's the DD, isn't it? Or does the
Venezia does have smoke? It's a rolling smoke.
So, so he's going to be exposed.
I mean, he's taking some hits, but Cranky's been on. It's going to be a hard thing to kill immediately. And all that time, his secondaries are hitting. They're going to be setting fires. They're going to be causing some problems for Mr. Chris. And then, as you said, the Venezia is going to be chunking him pretty hard.
Yeah, this
is actually a really good play by Wasa here. Chris is doing what he can to recover. He's going to have to turn. He's going to have to do something, but he's kind of very stuck in this position. He can't really do much. Venezia is spotted here. Ooh. I don't know if Goofy's going to spot this. The torps.
Do those torps have the legs? Do those torps have... Yeah, that's one. That's
they do have
two.
The legs, 100%. And that's all she wrote, I think. He's going to heal up that thing when you do that. But no, I think Venezia's going to get him.
There we go. Goofy Goober takes
him. That was really good play by Cranky there by pushing in and just tanking. I'm surprised he didn't lose as much health as he did. You can go through the nose of a Schlieffen, I believe, but they lost a Des Moines for it. I'm not sure that was a good trade.
And Cranky, don't forget, Cranky took a bit of a kick in there as well. So they may...
I think it was more valuable, but That's just me.
They may have taken out Chris, but at what overall cost? Losing the Des Moines,
The loss of
they're
Des Moines
losing.
over Chris, I think the
They're
Des Moines is a
losing.
bit
They're
more
losing
valuable.
A cap.
Oh no!
A cap has now gone to Salty. B is in the
Oh
process
no!
of
I'm
being.
gonna say though,
B is being contested quite heavily.
Mr. Hyde. Look at all the health pools of the salty folk. They're all losing a lot of health. Like almost everybody's low, which is a big problem.
Ooh.
Negan's on half health. You look at Axe is full health. This is nice, but you could. Well, Colbert's healthy, but maybe not then. I was thinking this demo's low, and the other battleship's low, and the Negan's low. I was just worried about that. Oh, looks like they're gonna maybe get the finisher on. I think that's Cranky.
That is Cranky.
It was a big trade. I think it was really, really well played. I'm surprised he didn't take as much damage as he did from Ohio. Ohio can do some nasty stuff to shoot him. It's going to be hard to hit the Sleeping at this range when he's actually duking, even in Colbert. The floating shells are no joke. Louisiana's taken a lot of damage. He's on flooding. He's repaired it, but, I don't know. I think the next drop that Habib does to Louisiana will probably kill him if he's not spotted.
But wait, that is his Z52 and that is Habib's ass.
Akio out of nowhere. His axe gonna do it. Oh, we gotta check this, man. I wish we had Axe's perspective. There's the torps.
That's a lot of torps.
And he's done it. He's done it.
And Striker survives. Now Striker is in a very difficult position here.
I think he's actually okay. Like, he might hold out a little bit longer. We'll see. But you see, Axe didn't lose any health on that trade.
He's pushing.
He lost nothing.
He's pushing forward, and there is a wild Worcester here, which is 100% going to burn him down.
That's killed him. The double fire's got him. He's already used the heal recently. He already used the damage control on the flood. But as you can see, Striker's not going down without a fight. He's got the airstrikes. He's got the guns. He's probably not get. Oh no, he's probably not got another salvo. But you can saw Mr. Axe didn't lose any health in that YOLO. I don't know, man. That was a pretty good trade. That was amazingly done. The random YOLO by Axe. What was that?
That was, well, they'd completely secured A. They needed to push over into B. So
that was 100%. What a. Sorry, that was just so funny.
It wasn't a YOLO. I think when you know the Louisiana is facing into B and you're coming around behind him, there is nothing he can do, and he's just gonna have to eat everything you throw at him. Yeah. So this is nice.
I don't know. I thought the way my screen's a bit small, so it's a bit hard to read some of the things. Looks like I2 on the Colbert went down. He's just lost a little bit too much health. The Venezia is really hard countering the Colbert, from what we've seen. Salty Sailors are retaking B. They're probably going to take it. Be surprised if the Worcester is on B as well, but he's lost a lot of health from that engagement with Striker.
If you look, we're still pretty even on ships. 2 DDs, 2
they're
cruisers, and a battleship left. But one of those battleships is a Colombo, which, like...
Colombo's on 20-30k health, man.
But the Colombo's just so powerful, man.
I know, but it's still on 30k health. That's a couple salvos from Venezia or something. Like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Darren gets spotted at 10 kilometers. He's engaging with the destroyer. The DD will lose without support. And the support comes. The DD trading. Wasa is up by 100 points. So trading is not really what the Salty Sailors want to do.
Ooh.
Ohio secondaries will outmatch Colombo secondaries.
I almost called him Delama then, accidentally again. Delima narrowly avoids those jokes.
Looks like Colombo is going down to Ohio secondaries, just pure the burn damage, and if he doesn't, I'm sure Wasa, Mr. Feel My Flame, is going to finish the job with a decent AP salvo. You know? Venezia's coming in, maybe to finish the job. I think Colombo's going down here. I'll be surprised if he isn't. Maybe you have a smoke, he can disengage. He's popping a heal. It's going to be difficult. I think there's still. I don't know. It's hard to say if he's going to live. He's on death's edge. That's for
There
sure.
we
Though.
go. He's
Yeah, Conley
gone.
goes down to Ohio.
But he did score a bit of a hit.
It's 4 versus 3 with Wasa in a 200-point lead now. Yeah, 200-point. There's just the battleship. 200-point lead now. Axe is still alive, really healthy in his F52, which is really big. In terms of what he's doing, I'm not really sure. Maybe this is probably higher tactics than what I'm used to there. To see,
I'm assuming they've seen torps coming from that remaining Z52.
Maybe.
So he's out there.
Worcester's getting some value by shooting that from relative safety. Des Moines is backing up, getting some shots in Ohio. It's going to be pretty hard for Ohio to hit him, but you never know. We've seen it all the time. They might get some freak shots. All he needs is 1 or 2 connecting shots for a Citadel, and that's all she wrote. So Negan's playing a dangerous game, but he doesn't really have a choice. Worcester's coming in on the right. Looks like he might get some hits on Godzini on the Worcester in B. And Wasap secured the B cap. That's a big problem for Salty.
That is.
What do you think, Mr. Hive? 40 something seconds left, under a minute.
This is going to Wasa 100%. This match is Wasa's to
no.
to lose.
I think even if Salty kill 2 cruisers and a destroyer, I don't think that's enough.
I think the key was that they were so aggressive right off the bat, going for that triple cap. And honestly, having that Schlieffen there on C made it very difficult to do anything at C, which sort of opened that side up. And you kind of seen the same thing happen both sides. But Salty then...
1 seconds left.
Salty then captured A, they took A, they pushed in, and Salty took C, and then they pushed in, but they had that one remaining Worcester, which is what allowed them to cap B, which kind of put the pressure on Salty then, and that's when I think a couple of the mistakes were made, which resulted in the loss.
Game 2 goes to Wasa, and that was again a very close game. That could have gone either way if you give more minutes to the match. This was like people had to keep these 20-minute matches. That would have been a very interesting 20-minute match, I gotta say, but. It is what it is, 15 minutes there, so it's 1-1 to either side. Well played to both teams there, so we'll see how this lineup goes.
Well, it's best out of 5, so it's first to 3, remember?
Yeah, we're going to get at least 2 more games. At least
2 more matches. And it does look like we're actually having some changes in ship.
Serious rework, maybe? That Schlieffen play, it worked out. I don't know, man. I feel that's very RNG dependent. I don't know. I need to double check something with the Schlieffen.
Well, it's just the Schlieffen does things that no other battleship can do at Legendary tier, and it's the top threat. It's the secondary threat.
The secondaries,
against another battleship, against another battleship at any kind of range, the Schlieffen is always going to eat it. But in close range combat, which is where Cranky positioned himself as well, like those secondaries, if a DD comes close, it's got secondaries, it's got sonar. So a DD is not going to be dumb enough to go near it. Any cruiser is going to get eaten. And a battleship in close quarters, it's also gonna really.
If you can get close, then yeah. Yeah, if you can get close on Schlieffen, then it is without a doubt probably the best DB.
Am I missing something here? Oh, this is 8v8, isn't it? I was like, wait, a Salty cheated.
Yeah, no, we
player. No,
no, we swap out for somebody. I think. Looks like a lot of ship changes potentially, or maybe no, even not. We don't even know. But yeah. I'm looking at the Wasa, looking at the Schlieffen armor scheme, and yeah, it's got that big icebreaker, that 60mm icebreaker. It's not going to get painted very much through the nose. The upper deck is paintable, but realistically, the armor scheme is pretty good unless you're giving too much, unless you're giving a broadside. So yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to take it down. You know, as you mentioned before, the 6km sonar, and it's not like the GK sonar. It's an actual good duration. It's a 1 minute 20 duration, so it's 2 minutes sonar, which is a minute more than GK. Wargaming, buff GK Sona.
It's a minute more than amongst a total sex life.
Wow. Yeah, thanks.
One had to come.
Anyway.
One had to come. I have to do a monk insult. It's kind of the law at this point.
I had to bring in the cup. No, say no more. Saying no more. But no, that was pretty interesting.
Oh, it's just this is the frustrating part. Payne versus UFO 3-0. Is that to Payne? Is that Payne going through to the next round?
The way he's run it should be Payne. Payne will actually win 3-0 there, unless he's run that wrong. I'll double check
with what I've seen from like team changes and stuff. Like I used to be in UFO. When I was in UFO, it was me, Cranky Cat, Cracker, Goofy Goober, Razgrits. Feel My Flame was there. Beef was there. So
I'm not saying it's win.
So like UFO have lost a lot of really strong players. They've still got a bunch of really good players. Obviously, you've got our good buddy Mr. Ribs over there. We've got Rogue, a whole bunch of others. But
I'm not saying. I think Payne have done really well. I don't want to say that UFO has gotten worse. I don't think that's fair to say.
I was gonna say, because you didn't let me finish. But Payne have always done well. They have been pretty consistent as a strong team. But I think UFO, essentially what I'm saying is UFO is pretty much a new team now. It is not the same team that started off in the original Oceans Cup.
Yeah, definitely a different team. And definitely a different team, I'll give you that. But yeah, the whole Wasa lineup is
we're seeing Cranky switch to the Conqueror for Sea of Fortune. Vlad has swapped into an Alaska he was in the Worcester last time. They've gone very heavy with their cruisers.
Yeah. I'm going to have to leave you for this match. Sorry, 2 minutes.
Well, 2 minutes isn't an entire match, but I guess we're on monk time. So you've just got me now, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't you fortunate? Let's see how round 3 progresses. Right, so to start off, we've got Chris on B. Where are we for Too Good? We've got Too Good over on C for perspective, and we also have Demo over on C as well. So let's have a look at how Too Good is gonna. He's also gone for a heavier cruiser with swapping out the Colbert for the Zhao. So massive GG to Payne, by the way, making their way through to the semi-finals, and literally just waiting for this match to kick off. I'm going to switch to Demo temporarily. We're going to see how a professional, as close to as professional as we have, handles a DD on this map, because we all know in standard battles usually what happens is 2 DDs run into the middle of the sea, one of them dies, maybe even the 2 of them, and everyone calls them a noob, sends them abusive messages through PSN and Xbox, and that's usually all that happens. But as you can see here, Demo is again pushing out wide. His focus is not necessarily so much taking the caps, but getting the spots. My prediction would be, although you can't see my mouse, is he's going to push up. I'd expect him to push fairly far forward, almost where the map has been highlighted there, to basically get the spots right the way across the top of C and across the top of B, and give his team the spotting advantage. Obviously, counter DD, you'd hope your Z52 was over here, because the Z52 is, mind you, daring as well as also a very strong DD. And well, Demo's in the daring. He's not in the Club Air as he was previously. So we're going to see how this. Wish we could make meme a secondary concealment builds. You can. You can. They're not. You won't get a full secondaries. I'm sure. I'm sure I've done it before, where I've had secondaries that can shoot further than my concealment. I can't remember. It's one of the cruisers, I think, that can do it. Oh, did we just take torps somewhere? Where's Chris? Chris in the Ohio has already taken torps right down the middle of B. It looks like he's only taken one. It's not going to have completely ruined his game, but that is definitely not what you want to hear in the first couple of minutes of a match. So everything seems to be both teams. So the first two matches ended like really quick. They were really like out the gate, both very aggressive. But there seems to be a general change of pace entirely here, where apart from Chris taking some torps, we've seen very little in the way of action going on.
I'm back.
We can see Johan about to reverse into A and start captain A. Huh?
Yeah, that's Johan. Obviously, he wasn't in the last couple games, so that's
Johan was.
Johan,
yeah.
So it was Axe and Johan. Didn't we have Axe and Demo?
So your Axe. Oh, hang on. You're right. Johan was definitely in the last match.
No, it was Demo.
No, so Demo's been in all of them. Axe was in match 1 in the DD, but match 2 was Johan. I seen Johan in the teams list.
Okay. Oh, so it's some sub-outs, I guess. So as you said, they're playing Scandinavia. I hate this map. Ugh. Scandinavia. Bye. As you can see, you were saying Hive is quite passive. Looks like Wasa have got A, B, and C.
No. Yeah, Wasa have got B and C. Salty have obviously got D. And I'm assuming that's a contest on A at the moment.
It's not.
Yeah,
it must be.
Now it's ticking over. I was going to say, like, we haven't got the eyes over there, unfortunately. So let's have a quick look.
Ooh, good shots in Alaska there. I hope those connect here.
It looks like they have, because the Alaska is not that healthy at the moment.
Some I2's been a Zao switch, which I think is better for this map. You're not really. It's quite long range engagements, and Colbert doesn't like too long range engagements.
So
I think a Zao's more
both teams have gone for the more super cruiser focus setup.
Yeah.
And there's me talking. I just realised I don't know how long I've been making everyone just watch Demo in the daring, but Demo is opening up on the Alaska.
By Juza is very low. Unfortunately, I2 couldn't get the shots fast enough. The guns wouldn't turn. But it looks like other people did. I don't know if anyone got connects. I don't see any connects by the Island DD. Alaska, though, is getting pretty weak. I think a couple of follow-up shots by I2 will do the trick.
That Alaska. I think even
he's on
Demo can finish off the Alaska at this point, and there we go.
I don't know, man. Alaska got some really improved healing. They buffed Alaska to an outrageous level regarding its healing. It can heal citadel damage and everything. I don't think it's all she. I think it's all she wrote, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that is advantage to, and purely the fact that that's it. 52 is so low on this flank, and you have quite a strong push by Salty. So although Wasa took C early on, I can see that cap flipping very quickly. Because
I think the ship is our. Yeah, the ship. Being down a ship is much more of a loss than losing a cap. Like, caps can be retaken, ships can't be reborn.
And too good, pretty much.
Good value.
Pretty much firing on Feel My Flame here with impunity. The Des Moines as well. Oh my god, Andrew.
I think Chris has been getting some really crack shots this game. I kind of wish I was watching Chris' perspective, but hey, that's what it goes. Looks like I2 is getting some good farming done, and as you can see,
I
effectively
don't think it's
with a
Chris.
Citadel.
Chris is only on 53k at the moment.
With a Citadel.
With a Citadel as well, yeah.
I don't think it was cross map. I don't know what other DD or other
So,
cruiser that is. The civilian cruiser might have been Des Moines
I
or something.
think it's going to be Delima over on A in the Colombo.
Maybe. Oh, look at that! A flood! That is ridiculous. The carrier, the hybrid carrier flood. Luckily, Chris had the damage control, but that's a very rare occurrence. That was very, very unfortunate by Chris, but I think he survived it. There we go. Oh, all right. It looks like Feel My Flame's pushing, and he's pushing right in front of Ohio Guns. We'll see how this works out for him, Colin.
Ooh.
Actually, quite well.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
But I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if you've noticed, but Wasa have lost 4 ships now.
Yeah, they're losing quite a bit now. They're going for the full push here, but I don't think this push is working. The question is, can Chris get the Revenge Citadel? The Citadel, indeed. Now, it looks like the battleship on A side by Wasa is going south.
I was just going to say, we've got a bit of a celebrity in chat. It's Mr. Peace Pie, also known as Mr. Swifty. How are you doing, good sir? How did you guys get... Were you guys playing today? I get so confused. Everyone seemed to be playing. You guys were, right? CRD were on
There
today?
was a UFO was playing today.
Oh, no, right.
There's actually a lot of teams are playing today, different times.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, no, we can only cover like one match because everyone's times are like overlapping.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I was supposed to be casting the UFO game, but I couldn't. I was covering this one, so I'm like, I can't cast 2 games at the same time, so it's not happening. Looks like Chris is taking over the B cap here, and I think that's all she wrote. If Chris the Salty Sailors have not lost a single ship, so I think that's I think we're comfortable to say that the Salty Sailors are winning this particular match. I don't think they can recover with 2 ships. I think that's a bit too much of an ask, even by Wasa.
Oh no, are CRD playing now? 18th.
Yes,
which is
CRD
today.
versus. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, CRD are playing right now. I got it's in their perspective. Yeah.
Oh well, depending on how the next match goes, maybe we can switch over and catch the end of CRD. Maybe.
I can send you the perspective, and I'll send you that right now while we're waiting for this match to end. So that is what's the number? What's the current lineup we got right now?
The current lineup of what?
And what's the current score now? Obviously, they're
well,
Salty's winning this.
This is 2-1. If we're honest, the match isn't over. I understand 100%. The match isn't over, but it's all but done. So this looks like it's going to be 2-1 to Salty, unless some god of RNG allows Cranky Cracker to just start firing tactical nuclear penguins across the map and sinking everyone. Unfortunately,
center, yeah. I tell you, if they start doing that, I'd be accusing them of cheating at this point. You know, like holy crap! All right, so it looks like Salty. You said 3. You said 3.
That's 2 to Salty, 1 to Wasa. So this next, if Salty win this next match,
Salty, yeah,
that's it. Salty have won. But Wasa,
I tell you, both teams are putting up a hell of a fight.
Like 100%, do not count out Wasa. Not at all. They can.
No,
100% take 2 games in a row. They're definitely capable of doing it. But Salty are just looking. Like,
man, this is
not just that. It's the pressure. It's the pressure
as well. This is a boxing match, man. Like you can see, it's going left and right, crisscross. It feels like Rocky and freaking what's the guy's name? Ivan Drago. You know? No. Okay, fine.
Because your acronym, as good as it is, it's that means that you're saying Wasa's going to win. because
I don't know. Isn't that what I said?
Salty's being Drago at the moment because, you know, they're
I
definitely
don't know,
ahead.
man. I don't know. It's back and forth. There's some rounds went to Rocky, some rounds went to Ivan.
Maybe
I
he
know
said
Ivan had the
Apollo
lead overall,
Creed. Maybe, you know.
but maybe Creed. Yeah.
Well,
I
no,
don't
because
know.
Creed
Regardless,
makes sense
Rocky
because
beat some
Creed
point.
was the king, right? So Wasa are Apollo Creed at the moment. They are the reigning champs. And Salty are definitely, I think, not that you'd really call them an underdog, but in this match, from like previous battles and everything up until this point, like Wasa are king, so taking Wasa down is a big thing. Oh, and bear with me, Mr. Monk. Can you keep everyone amused for me a moment?
Yep. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Regardless, it's going to be an interesting match, and it's definitely been this. It really is anyone's game. You know, you can see Wasa could win this, Salty could win this. Either side is both very interesting, and you can see this. These games are hard won. Regardless, there's been no absolute blowouts so far. The last game was pretty close, but regardless, even if Salty didn't lose the ship, it didn't mean they weren't trying their very best. You know. Looks like Vlad and Andrew here have been swapped out. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to see because I wasn't part of the last match. It's hard to see. We got CS Ragrids by Wasa, which looks like another sub out. Maybe they're really pulling out all the stops here. Louisiana, Colombo, Z52 Daring, Moyne, Colombo, Ohio. All the normal lineups there. Colbert pick, which is really good for this map, I think. Double DD by Salty, looks like. What is Cranky going to be playing? What is I2 going to be playing? I2 in the Zao, like you said before. And what is Cranky be playing? Conqueror. Okay, Conqueror pick. Conqueror's a great, interesting pick. The HE is good. Super heal's good. It does take a lot of damage of AP, regardless of angle, if you know where to hit it. And obviously, these competitive players 100% know where to hit it. So this could be a very dangerous pick. We'll have to see. Conqueror also has kind of bad range as a battleship, so we'll have to see him getting a little bit closer than average. He also could be running a different, some sort of interesting hybrid build because there's a lot of Battleship Commander for the British build, so we'll have to see what he comes up with regarding that. Looks like the spawns have put the B-side DD a little bit of a disadvantage because he had to get over there, hoping that's Colbert for Salty's sake, so he can get over there quickly. Obviously, B-side is already taken for them, so you really want to destroy on A and C side, roundabout. Excuse me. There we go. So yeah, similar lineups. Again, they're going for triple BB, triple cruiser, and double DD. I don't know. It's nice having that. The Colbert pick I really like personally because this map is gigantic, and the problem with this map, the reason why I'm not a fan of it personally is it just takes so long to get anywhere, and you've lost on one side. That's almost you. That side is gone for a good amount of time, almost the whole game, because the time you get there, it's either past that point of no return or it's already taken over. You know, it's gonna be very hard to recover a lost side because there's just not enough time to get over there. So it looks like Chris is covering up a middle position to get some opportune shots, which looks nice. Louisiana is pushing into C, and looks like the Colombo, I believe, is pushing wide of A. Being wide of A gives you that option to get some nice cross shots. You've obviously got the Colombo smoke, meaning you can disengage anytime you want, provided you're not shooting. You've also got smoke fire and penalty of Colombo as well, so that you can potentially even shoot it as well. Looks like Wasa, the Venezia is turning out. There's probably no point shooting that. I agree with this. Colombo, you probably get some cheeky shots. There's nothing else to shoot at. You're already spotted already, so it doesn't make too much difference. Is that? I'm not sure if I saw that correctly, but I think I don't understand it. But maybe that Conqueror's taking some hits. No, he's still health. Okay, I was going to say. Surprised by that. The curse is spotted probably by the DD on Charlie's side, or not A side, but Charlie's side. So he's going to disengage to this island, get some dart, get some drops in detection. Hopefully that our players will forget he's round about there. So he's going to get dark, not losing any health for that engagement.
And I'm back. And Mr. Swifty, massive congratulations to the guys over at Crimson Dragons. 3-1 versus Anchor. So semi-finalists so far will be Payne, and CRD. Oh no, and
And
Hull
Hull
Crushers. Sorry, so
All pressures are coming up real big.
who will be the final semi-finalists? Who will be taking on
Speaking
Crimson
of
Dragons
final
in the next round?
semi-finalists, look at that shot in Louisiana, Mr. Hive. That's our only front guns, but that's a really good shot in Louisiana. I'm expecting some good stuff.
Oh, a Citadel
There's
as
a Citadel
well.
in 3
That was
pens.
like
That is almost 30k.
23k. Yeah, that was. He had
No,
about
it's like
5.
28. Did like 1,000 last time.
So,
Did he have about 5? I don't think so. Maybe.
Mr. Yoink, how do in chat? You'll receive this in about 4 minutes' time. Just remember, there is a bit of a delay, unfortunately.
Oh no, we've lost a DD. The Colberts already went down by Salty. So they just lost a DD Salty. I think it was the Colbert. So the Colbert just went down to gunfire by one of the other destroyers.
Sorry, I was distracted. So
No.
as I came back, I was looking at Chris, whilst everyone else was looking at.
Yeah, that was the Charlie side destroyer. Mr. Hive is taken out by Salty. The Salty Charlie destroyer, aka the Colbert, was taken out. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to recover from this lack of spotting because Thou really loves that spotting. The battleship spotting is only going to be a limited thing, and the cruisers, I don't know, they really don't want to spot for themselves. They're really big damage dealers, so hard to see. Looks like the Salty Sailors A side destroyer is trying to attempt the cap, their dreaded reverse cap tactic.
Yeah, and if we look at it, like Wasa have done exactly the same. Oh no, they haven't. So Salty have left the cap. Temporarily at least, and no, there the cap is flipping to Wasa.
I'm not sure about that position by the Salty DD there. I think that's a bit risky because if he gets spotted, there's no disengagement. He's stuck on that island there.
If you look at where their cruiser was last spotted, he's in the right place. I think he's the potentials to be crossfired are relatively low.
If he gets spotted, though, there's no disengagement plan. Like, you're just trying to get out of the island. He's really got to get that position before it gets more dangerous. There's a good chance he'll get torped, and again, as I said, until he gets past that island chain, there's no escaping if he gets
He'd
radar.
be a
The cruiser somehow.
Z52, so getting torped shouldn't really happen. Oh, I just realised the only game stand we've got is Chris, and that is Chris giving. Looks like he done about 10k then to the rear of Mr. Cranky Cracker.
Yeah, the Column, as I said before earlier,
has Cranky just made a mistake? He hasn't made a mistake. He was dodging torps, but he's given himself
no. He's going to take some big damage here.
And I almost would have rather have taken the Louisiana torps than a broadside from an Ohio.
Maybe.
You know, there's the chance of flooding, but
one unlucky shot by Cranky, by the way. He looked like he hit nothing but the armor belt on Chris there, meaning all the HE shattered. He got the double fire, but he did almost no damage with that salvo. He really should have been higher up there on the superstructure. Going for the hull with HE, that's a bit of a ballsy move there. But yeah, no, this is the problem with Conqueror. If you keep it on the map for too long, it gets chunked by almost any battleship at almost any angle because the superstructure is so massive.
It's a very aggressive spot, I think. I feel to have Conqueror as well.
Again, it looks like Cranky's been playing these aggressive EBs. I'm not sure if it's working out. Some have, some haven't. It's really hard to say.
Yeah, it's like when it works out for him, it works out for him. You know.
There we go. Does not work out from this time. Conqueror's already down by Louisiana. Looks like he got spotted briefly, or Louisiana did was it Des Moines that killed him? Not sure. I think Louisiana got some torps on him, and I think that was all she wrote, really. So 1 DD down for 2 battleships. I'm not sure. That's maybe an equal trade. Maybe.
Let's have a look to see what demo is showing us at the moment. because Demo
Nothing
essentially
too
has
crazy.
almost the view that we want, which is a spectator view, which
Yeah.
lets us see whatever we want, almost whatever we want. Maybe one-sided, but wargaming, for God's sake, please, if
Yeah,
ever there
do
was
your
a time
job,
you were going to
taking
listen
notes.
to the community, ever, just once, give us spectator.
Looks like
mode for
Salty Sailors are
preliminaries.
capturing A, Mr. Hive. So
They
they're
are.
reclaiming some ground lost by the battleships. The battleships provide influence in a competitive match. Looks like the single fire torps didn't work out for Chris. He's taking a lot of punishment, but he's hanging on.
Yeah, he's not taking
He's
any
actually
of the
not taking much
torpedoes.
damage. Yeah.
And
He's
that's
been shot at a
exactly
lot,
what
though.
a battleship is supposed to do. Like he's tanking a lot. He's taking a lot of the focus, and he's managing
Yeah.
it really well. As you see, he's
Yeah.
using his. He doesn't want to use his damage con for a single fire, but his heal is doing enough. That
He's
it's
more than
still
enough to account for it. Yeah.
an advantage.
But also, as well, battleships in a competitive lineup provide presence. They provide that fear factor. If you go in that range with a battleship, they know there's a chance they may get deathstruck. They may not be guaranteed, but there's a chance.
I
And
don't.
you just notice that with Salty Sailors.
I'm not
Sorry.
gonna lie, I don't like what Chris is doing right now, because there's two DDs in close proximity to him, both the Wasa.
Yeah, but he's got a
DDs.
radar ship behind him, I think. I think that's a Worcester behind him. Yeah, I think that's got Zenny behind him in the Worcester. I'm not sure about it either, but at the same time,
Oh
finish
wow,
the point.
I forget that that's the only screen that doesn't change. So there we go. We're on board with Chris. There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. Basically,
Yeah.
having this three views is a bit confusing for old man Hive over here.
Yeah, it's a lot of views, a lot of perspectives. As I was saying about the battleships there real quick, you're getting influence from battleships, and you notice that Wasa have lost 2 BBs, which allows Salty Sailors to push up into their presence. You gain a lot of ground by sinking a battleship. It may not be as influential as a destroyer or a cruiser, but you gain ground by sinking battleships.
And
Another broadside shot, Worcester there. Sorry.
I was just about to say that was, and a blind fire broadside shot. That was 2 from the first salvo. Was the second salvo also going to connect? A citadel from the blind fire shot. That Worcester is.
And Ohio.
That Worcester's definitely going to be feeling that.
Yeah, Ohio Citadel is the hardest hitting citadel in the game, by the way. So I think maybe Vermont matches it, but I'm not sure. But it's pretty darn devastating. 2 pains and then a citadel and another pain. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage, as they say.
Ooh, there's
The dreaded Venezia the enemy of Chris, I must say. This Venezia has been the bane of Chris. Oh, but there's a daring.
Oh, and he
okay.
takes the shot at the daring. 100% the correct thing to do. But
The
that
correct play.
broadside for
Well, I gotta
Venezia,
say though,
I wouldn't have been
I gotta
able
feel
to,
for Chris a little bit there.
I wouldn't have been able to hold it. I would have tried to dev strike that Venezia. But that's why I'm
As
not
I'm
playing
playing-
this. That's why I'm not playing tonight in Chris's.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like the Salty Sailors have lost Negan and the Des Moines, which is a hurtful blow, of course. But this still could be anyone's game. Salty Sailors have such commanding presence, though. Look at the amount of map control they have. It's very hard to say this is
the
really-
Columbo's gone as well. That's all 3 of their battleships down.
I
Like,
think
yes,
this is going
they've-
to Salty Sailors, man. I mean, it's really looking good for them.
It's. I wouldn't
over
say
yet.
you can't even say it's early days. There's less than 4 minutes left of the battle now, but
700 points, man. If Salty Sailors, honestly, I think the best plan ever is to just literally just survive, or keep the pressure up and keep the pressure on them. Either or, I think is good
no. With the
tactics.
2 DDs, they definitely can't ease off. They definitely need to keep that pressure up, and they need to try and keep their
Yeah.
remaining DD alive. And it looks like
Looks like that DD's fighting. The DD's fighting. The daring. I think it's daring versus daring. It could be Z daring versus Z52. I don't know.
Z52
but I think
is
it's a rough
gone.
trade.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think
Yep.
this is
I think it's one.
this is game over. Daring just took
Yeah,
more
and
hits.
then the other DD's going down.
Daring's
Yeah.
on fire. He's gone.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we have.
Congratulations to Salty Sailors, man. This is 3-2.
I don't want to sound
Two
like I'm
salty
calling it
Spurs.
early because it's my team. But if the shoe
I'm,
was on the
I
other
think we
foot,
all
I
know
would
at this
be
point.
like, GG
Yeah.
Wasa, well done.
Oh, this could be a good shot in Venezia. Chris has been banned by that Venezia every single game. Like last, I think it was the second game he was killed by it. Oh, no luck, Mr. Chris.
But yeah, there's the
That
Demons
demon's going
gone.
out.
So it's just the
It
Venezia and the
looks like, yeah,
Worcester left.
Venezia and Worcester. That's all she wrote. What are they going to do here? Obviously, it's 900 points with triple cap. They could lose a bunch of ships. They wouldn't make a difference.
This is one for Marble Flint. Right, Marble Flint is probably the only person I know that'll get this. Kill the king. The king is dead. Long live the king.
Oh my. All right, here. I kind of want Chris to get this redemption shot because this Venezia has been a pain in his backside all these games.
Well.
Oh, I forgot to use the accuracy plane. Still a nice shot though. He's waiting for that shot. He's taking the blind fire with the
Can't even do it
accuracy
with a
plane.
blind fire.
Oh, here we go. No.
It
was real close.
Yeah, he was.
It was real close though. 928, 930 points. Quad cap.
Should have charged him for the ship
the
wash.
Yeah, definitely should have charged him for the ship wash, but there we go. Really hard battles. Every single one has been close. Every single one has been close. I gotta say. There was one, the last game was somewhat favored to the Salty Sailors. I don't know, maybe the whole game, I'm not sure. But I think that was a really well played by both teams. Really well played.
It was, and like this is kind of momentous as a match up in a way because Wasa have looked absolutely unbeatable this entire, like, not this tournament, every single tournament so far. They have won far more than anyone else, and this
shows they can bleed, man.
And this shows that they can bleed. We seen Painkillers, put them on the back foot last weekend, and then this weekend for Salty to come out absolutely swinging and win 3-1. So definitely
it was 3-2, wasn't it?
No, it was 3-1. It was 3-1. 3-1. None of those battles were easy, but yeah, they done it, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to highlight, you've got a close up of a woman's thigh right there.
I have. That's the Salty Sailor emblem for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, no, honestly, really well played by everybody. Both teams played extremely well. It's nice to see a change up in the matchup because obviously, as me and Hive, have you stated before, Hive, we're used to seeing Wasa win the majority of the games they're in. So this tournament is definitely not going to Wasa, of course. So, are we going to see a new one? Like, is this still going to be? This is finally the time where the god can bleed.
Yeah, it's the rise of the foot soldiers.
Revolution!
We're going to get a load of new cool art now because the revolution, this revolution will be televised.
All right, Napoleon. Okay. I think that's all she wrote for this stream. I'm not sure. Is there any more we can cover, Mr. Hive? Or is that all?
I don't know. No, so CRD have already cemented their place in the semi-finals.
Let's take a look at the bracket, Mr. Hive, to see what was going on.
Give me a second. You've got to remember that I am old, okay? Slow down.
Take your time, no worries. I'm just giving you a nice wee hint. That's all. I'm just getting you a wee bit helpful there. No worries.
Oh no, I can't find where the. Where's the?
It's there somewhere.
Where is it? God damn it! It's not in broadcasts. It's not in rankings because this isn't considered in the rankings, is it? Because this is the SuperCup stand-ins, maybe stand-ins. Right. Okay. That's,
I think it's standing, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see. You had the screen. There we go. So, as we've seen here, it's 3-1 to Salty. So, Salty are going to the semi-final. Crimson Dragons are going to the semi-final. Hull Crushers, and I believe there is Pain. So, it's
yeah,
Hull Crushers versus Pain, and Crimson Dragons versus Salty Sailors.
like,
So, 4 winners,
that,
4 potential winners here, as you can see.
that is another
But,
really tough matchup.
mm,
Salty versus Crimson Dragons. I know Peace Pie's out there. I know Mr. Swifty's here. Like, and I love you guys, but it's going to be tough for me not to root for you because Salty are my team. But those guys have always put on such a great map battle every time we've played them and every time we've watched them play someone else. So I'm really looking forward. And honestly, either way, whoever wins, I'm going to be a little bit heartbroken. I'm not going to lie. And then we're going to have Pain against the Hull Crushers. That's going to be a really nice
Hull
matchup.
Crushers. If you look at the Hull Crushers lineup there, 3-0, 3-0. Like they were doing really well. I've seen a lot of massive improvements from my Hull Crushers. So I'm curious to see how they perform. Honestly.
Yeah, Hull Crushers have been crushing it. Dare I say? So the question is, are we going to be able to potentially get Habif and maybe Jedi in for one of our quick post-battle chats that we have done in the past? I am going to see what I can pull out of my ass because I was a bit distracted, so I wasn't able to.
I mean, this wasn't the original plan for our stream, but I mean, if we can pull it off, by all means. I'm gonna go check in the chat room. Hold on.
Yeah, and a message should be first. See if he wants to, because we're good friends with Habif over here, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully,
Habib's a nice guy. Habib's wonderful. I like Habib.
But if not, I'm sure we can get Mr. Jedi to pop in as well. I am mildly curious of what's going on over Drake's chat.
I don't suppose he'd be happy, but hopefully he's
like, last time you said that same thing to me, you made me wait 20 minutes.
It was nice to see. I think a lot of the folks were thinking Wasa would win this, but Salty did the job. They've done the job. They've done the job. They've done very well for themselves.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think this is just going to make the next round even more interesting because Salty and CRD, as well as Pain actually as well. So Hull Crushers definitely storming up the rankings. They're doing amazing things, but throughout the entire series of Ocean Cups, it's been CRD, it's been Wasa, it's been Salty and Pain. Like, they have all been right up there. As well as, in all fairness, Shock and all, who put in a great fight against Crimson Dragons from what we heard of it all.
So, very close fight. Yeah.
So,
and you can see that Pain 1 did really well against Wasa as well. Like, there were so many close games there. That was a close... I know it says 3-0 there, but we casted that game. It was not... It was, as Jedi says, if we were to rate the game in halves, it was what?
So basically what I'm saying is not to take anything away from Pain or Hull Crushers, but I think 100%. CRD versus Salty is really now the fight for the bragging rights to say you're number one.
the fight for the Goliath pick. Maybe perchance. There we go. Hive saying and Jedi saying he'd be calling in.
There we go. Right, okay, hang on. Boomer time. Jedi. You're going to use some dial tones now because I'm a boomer. I don't know how to just add people. And here he is. None other than Mr. Jedi Bliss. How are you doing? Good to see you.
I'm doing great, and I'm getting over the post-game shakes. I still have them.
Yeah, commiserations on that loss. Oh, wait. Got that one around. Congratulations. Like, that was... none of those wins looked easy from our perspective. Like, the last game, when it turned fast. But even up until that point, it seemed very much like a game of chess going on. So I don't know. Talk us through it from Team Salty's perspective.
Yeah. So the first game was so close, and it definitely was a chess match. We had to reposition ships. And oddly enough, our strategies were very, very similar to each other. Some of the things that we had practiced, they had actually shown up with. So we had practiced with a Schlieffen. Delima had brought a Schlieffen in, and last week we got kind of blown up by having the B cap overran. And so this week we were a little bit more prepared for it. And it was crazy, man. I would say the DDs played really well. We never felt in control, though. I mean, I would say, the overall attitude was comfortable, but at the same time, it was very, it's so stressful in these games. You have no idea.
It's very
just like,
yeah,
like the players' hands are sweating, they're shaking. It's like the thing you don't want to be. There's so much training and so much time that goes into it, and I know it's on both sides. It's not just it's for all the players. And then when you get into the actual game, you don't want to be the one that gets clapped or dev struck, deleted, taken off the pitch, especially early. So, the intensity of the game just ramps up. It's not like it gets any easier. Last week I used an analogy that what was the game that we called last week together? It was Wasa versus who?
Painkillers.
Yeah, against painkillers. And I kind of said, painkillers, they took on, they basically took like 2 of the 4 halves of the 3 games they played. And we played 8 games. Yeah. And I honestly, I felt like we were only like comfortable or ahead in like the last 2 games in the second half. All the other halves were like so close. The third game, we took I think it was 8 or 7 ships to 0. So that game was a little bit more, less stressful. But even that game, the points and caps were tight. Everything was tight until like halfway through, and then that's when they lost a few extra ships, and that game, was a little bit one-sided. But the other 3 games, oh my goodness, they were so close. And to be fair to Wasa, they, of course, fantastic team, great legacy on that side. Playing them without Toduf and Gillis, for whatever reason, that's part of it. This game's been in the books for weeks, and I know they had their individual reasons, and so. It's a great win for us. It gets us over the top. We've beaten Crimson Dragons in the past, and we've not been able to beat Wasa until today. So
it's a momentous day indeed.
It's great.
But
at the same time, the reason I mentioned Gillis and
I forget the records.
The
exactly.
same reason why I mentioned Toduf and Gillis. They've got more bullets in the chamber, so. We're happy, we're celebrating, we're psyched, but we also are hedging a little bit, knowing that they have they have a lot of potential firepower that wasn't available to them today, and we expect them to be bringing that in the Ocean Cup 4. So, it's going to be a rivalry for a long time, and I'm really excited that it's a great group of guys. I really enjoy playing with them, hanging out with them, and playing against them. It's a lot of fun with a lot of respect for Wasa, 100%.
I got a same message out of it though. You did say like they missed it. They didn't bring some players. Don't take that away from you. They still brought what they could, and you managed to beat them. So you gotta, don't give them excuses. You did very well. They both teams played well. We are well aware of that. So be proud of it. You've done a great job.
Definitely, 100%. And that's on them for whatever reasons. Like I said, I mean, I'm just trying to give credit to Wasa. They played well. They've been the champs. I don't think anyone's beaten them this year in a set. So in a series, 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. So it's credit to them. They're an incredible team, and so I just.
Funny enough, for how you said you played, you trained to play against a Schlieffen. Monk's analysis was that the Schlieffen was a bad pick, but I picked up on quite quickly that with the way the last rounds were played, where everyone basically had their Louisianas in B, that if a Schlieffen comes up against a Louisiana in those kind of close quarter situations, you're going to lose Louisiana, and that's gonna be a big loss for your team. So
I mean, it almost happened.
So basically, it was just pointing out that I was white.
Good call, Hyde. Well, honestly, this is, with all due respect to all the new teams that are in the cups and trying out and getting ready for OC4, do your homework and prepare, because that's Wasa and us, Crimson Dragons, Payne, everybody, and the perennial top, let's say 6 to 8 teams. Guarantee you, they're putting hours and hours in different strategies, different scenarios, and that's. Honestly, the point of view thing. Okay, so the Fleet Network has this new rule starting with this cup where they want all the games to be streamed so everyone can see what's going on, which is great. But don't be under any illusion that we just think that we're the only team doing prep work. We saw in the OC3 where Wasa and Crimson Dragons in the championship game, both teams switched philosophy to the other team's philosophy because they watched each other in the semifinal. And we know going into this game, Wasa watched us. We watched Wasa. In fact, I was part of calling their game last week. So, you have to change it up and be prepared for all scenarios. And if you're a new team, first of all, if you're a new team, do not go in with the standard mindset. But in addition to not, encouraging your guys to play differently, the in-game leads, the commanders, the whole team needs to be thinking like what-if scenarios. And it's never quite how you think it is. And you have to not only have players that can make the shots, but you need a team that knows how to go dark and reposition and take advantage of all kinds of little advantages. Just like when you put the Schlieffen on the board, it brings a certain, it's a different type of battleship. You got to know how to handle it. At the same time, it's a brawler. The range on it sucks. Cruisers can do the HE damage at range till he gets into brawling situations. So, but if you don't practice it, you get caught off guard. Holy cow! Even like the destroyer selections, there's a lot of scenarios you go through, and so I don't know. I say this stuff. Not so much because it's like, look at how great Salty is or how well we prepare. It's more of the people who are watching on YouTube. I'd like to, I'm encouraging them to up their game, be thinking through the process of how do we get better. It's not by playing massive amounts of standard games. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with training rooms and getting your team together to think together, move together, have a clear comms, and we've really been working hard on all those aspects, and today it paid off. It feels like it's a championship game, but we still have 2 more games to go, so we're excited.
Definitely. Mr. Hive?
2 seconds. I just replied to Habib. Habib is like, yeah, I'll come in for a chat. And he's like, I have the fire alarm going off in the building right now. And he's sending me little sound clips. So I think
It wouldn't surprise me if Habib set that fire himself in a fit of rage.
I literally just said to him, I said, "Did you get that sweaty? You sparked out your AC."
I only say that because Habib and I are personal friends. I would. It's not. He would laugh at that too. So
Yeah. Oh, I know Habib really well as well. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna stand him in. If he jumps in, he jumps in. If he doesn't, yeah.
But yeah, Jedi's raising a good point. Sorry.
go ahead.
Jedi raised a good point. All teams should be learning, trying to pick up what they can.
Oh. No, we can. Right, it's not Habib is swearing a lot. We can actually hear his smoke alarm now.
Oh, thank you.
I believed
believe
you.
you
I
said-
just couldn't hear it on.
Dude, I couldn't even talk.
No way.
Are you driving a dump truck in reverse?
It's a fucking fire alarm, man, so I can talk.
Oh man. Oh, poor Habib.
Oh,
Habib jumped off.
yeah, he
But I
jumped
mean, I'll
off. 'cause
tell
that
you,
was wild.
Habib was a key in our game planning, just because he, obviously coming off the OC3, being the
Yeah, he's
MVP
just
and
epic as
the
far
caliber
out there.
player he is, if we can take him off the board, great. We didn't execute that right away. We kind of let the game unfold. But at the same time, all eyes were on Habib the whole game, and he played exceptional. I mean, not only is he a dangerous battleship player, but putting him into Louisiana. I mean, I know from first hand playing in Div with him, he's
He's
probably
beefy, man.
he's got to be one of the 3 top Louisiana players on the planet, easily. I mean, the guy is like insane, and
Oh no, Habib is without a doubt one of the best players. Really, really, really good.
So that was
know?
one of the keys for us, was focusing him when he was up, when he was spotted. But it wasn't easy. I mean, I don't think Habib ever died within the first half of the game. I mean, it's credit. Of course, it's going to happen. I mean, because he knows how to angle, he knows how to go dark, he knows how to reposition. Dude is doing his airdrops and airstrikes and still hitting with his guns. He's unbelievable.
He doesn't skip leg day,
Yeah, for sure.
But no, very well.
No, he
played.
100%
Habib
doesn't
obviously-
split leg deep. But Habib, I don't know if he's listening in still, but like he still owes me a training program. He was supposed to help me out a couple of years ago, but I'm still waiting for it.
Like what? Like weight
I
training?
wouldn't be asking Habib, Mr. Hive. You know what he could do to you.
Yeah,
gotta be careful.
like weight training, not in-game training. I got
I don't know.
Chris
that
and
too.
Lima, Chris and Lima for that,
But yeah, no. Obviously Habib is a lovely guy. I'm sure he'd be telling us all sorts of interesting things if our alarm wasn't going off, unfortunately. But yes.
Yep.
But unfortunately, not only has he lost this evening to Salty, but his apartment's on fire. So, I mean,
not.
talk
Let's
about
not.
kicking a guy whilst
Let's
he's
hope
down. But yeah, no,
But,
genuinely,
yeah,
we
I was
hope all is
something
good. Despite the joke, we hope all is
I
good
can't
with Habib.
I can't watch till I can't wait till I watch the replay of the stream here because I was watching from Demo's perspective playing DD, and it was hard to see the full map and everything. I don't know, I'm excited to review the game, especially knowing the outcome. We lost Axe. I had to go to work, and Johan jumped in and played masterfully, beautifully. We have a couple new guys to Salty, which is going to be the case. I mean, Salty's very comp focused, so we're always looking to improve. Nobody's safe type of thing. I mean, we're a tight knit community, but the new guys that came, Demo and Godzini, both new to the fleet in the last 6 months, both contributed huge. Both played really good games, great additions to the team. And of course, the whole team, held it down, played well together. Even when we shuffled a player or two here and out for whatever reason, It was good. It was a great team performance, and I could tell you the difference between playing Wasa in the Winter Cup and playing Wasa this time is just, we were much more calm and reserved. So, and I credit that to the guys because of the amount of practice that we put in. So it's not like a prevailing feeling or no one's being cocky, like, hey, we're the best. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, it's like you practice so much that you're just like, okay, I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm doing. And then when they throw a curveball in, it's not like you're making 10 different changes. It's like, okay, they brought a Schlieffen in. Okay, we saw that. That changes, one or two players' gameplay. But at the same time, it's not like the whole team is making adjustments. You're freaking out, okay, what does that mean for me? That type of thing. You've practiced the scenarios. So that's the thing.
That's all you can do. All you can do is prepare for the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's preparing for the worst. It's just preparing for different situations. And if you're prepared for it, and I think that's kind of what Jenna was like highlighting, but specifically to like new teams that are entering this is being prepared for everything. Like means your
you
gameplay.
Can't prepare for everything, but prepare for most of the stuff.
Yeah, but the more prepared you are for these different scenarios, how your enemies are going to take on this battle, is going to allow your team to stay calm, collected, and when your team's calm, collected, comms are good and far more focused, and that's how you win.
Yeah, 100%.
When you're panicked,
I would love to talk more specifics about like ship selections, highlight players' abilities. And
but you've still got
that.
2 more games to go.
Exactly. Like Hive's trying to shut me up. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. Is that I can't really openly speak about everybody or all the different strategy things because we have 2 more games to go. But I would just, the team. I don't want to omit the OG guys like Lima, I2, Chris. I mean, everybody played well, did their part today. It was a great team win. There wasn't really one game or one scenario. I'm going to go back and rewatch, but I don't remember like one scenario where one player just made some sort of crazy move and did a double strike or something like that. So, I mean, as a commander, it's just
there
great.
might have been a couple situations. I'm not going to list any names either. But
well, there was the torpedo strike on the Louisiana. It looked like
that was Axe in the second game, correct?
I think
that was Axe in the second game where he YOLO'd up.
Well, that's the thing. I was saying it wasn't a YOLO. I think that was very calculated, and
I'm sure it was still
but yeah, like, from looking across the map, it seemed like a YOLO-y kind of move.
Yeah, we had called that out. Negan is our IGL, and Lima also kind of assists on all the strategy things related. And I think they both identified. I can't remember now. Like I said, I have to go back and watch. But I know for sure one of them two, or maybe both of them, identified that Habib was open to being torped. And to be honest, they called that out when X was on the flank side of the cap and Habib was in the middle of the middle cap. So they called that out long, like maybe a minute before it actually went down in game. And of course,
remember Jedi? You're still in the tournament.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying anything out of school here. It was just I'm just saying that those guys, I saw that situation. They saw the door open, and they called it out to Axe. So anyone who thinks that was like a YOLO situation or like that was one player that was like making a decision on his own, it wasn't. It was the IGL saw it. They called it out. It took like 35 to 60 seconds for Axe to reposition himself to get in position, but Axe confirmed, yeah, I see it. I'm going to take it. It's clear comms, and it wasn't just like, okay, let me put my hero suit on. Like, that's pretty rare in our fleet that somebody's like,
I say YOLO, but
my Superman cape on.
I said YOLO, but what I mean is like the genuine act of going point blank to a ship and going, here's all my torpedoes, That's what I mean by YOLO, not as an uncalculated move.
So I'm not going to lie, I'm not actually looking forward to the next match because I have grown quite attached to Crimson Dragons, particularly Mr. Swifty. and CRD are going to be the next one. So without giving away any tactics, like what are your thoughts of going up against Crimson Dragons next? Like, are you guys going to be riding the high of taking down Wasa and sort of a bit nonchalant about taking on CRD or a CRD?
I think it's a little bit too early to say how the team is, acting or feeling. I know right now they're celebrating, but it's too early for me to say like what the mindset is. I will know that like Wednesday, Thursday, if they're just like, oh yeah, we've already arrived. We already beat Wasa. We're good. Like I hope that's not the attitude of the team. And obviously I'm going to work to not have that prevailing feeling.
Yeah, you don't want that.
But speaking about Crimson, obviously they are the team that took us out of the OC3. So we're really looking forward to getting some payback and playing them. I can tell you that. But we have the utmost respect for Crimson Dragons. Caton is like one of the sweetest, best. I mean, he's one of the nicest guys, but he's also one of the best BB players in the world, and he's a killer. So. He hangs out with us quite a bit with the Salty guys, and of course that invitation's open to a lot of most players. And if anybody wants to join, our friends chat, hit me up, let me know, and we can get you in the party and hang out. We're a friendly group, but and Caden's one of the guys that we hang out with because he's so cool. But that being said, we've taken Crimson. Yes, we will predict them. We've taken Crimson in tournament twice. We've had a couple of scrimmages with them that were pretty competitive, but unfortunately they beat us the last time. So, it's our turn again, hopefully. So we're, that's all I can say. I don't even know. It's too early for me even to say like what our strategy is.
It's still anyone's game, I think. Yeah, it's still anyone's game. But obviously, I'm sure the Salty Fleet are not going to be saying, we've already beaten the hard part. No, there's still plenty more hard matches to come. Crimson Dragon's not going to be a walkover by any means. And God knows, after Crimson Dragon, let's just say you do win this one, then you've got the final to contend with either Hull Crushers or
Pain.
What's the other fleet? Hull Crushers or Pain. Whichever, again, very challenging.
That's one
it's going to be a rough one.
That we were talking about is, so like obviously me and Monk have been watching a lot of these games. And Hull Crushers, almost out of nowhere, man, they have put themselves up there as like really one of the strong teams.
And I was super surprised by the performance. They've really stepped up their game.
Well, you guys might be surprised. I'm not surprised. I've been, I keep an eye on everybody that's up and coming. I've reached out to Tanner, who's the commander of Hull Crushers, and it's like, hey, you guys are killing it. And even with fleet battles, I just out of curiosity, looking around the Fleet Cup totals at different fleets, and Hull Crushers had more Fleet Cups than Salty did. So I was like, damn, like not only are they killing it in comp, but they're killing it in Fleet Cups. I mean, they're a serious contender. And it's great. It's really great. Whether it's them, Pain, UFO, Steel Alliance, like they're, when the teams start playing together, like Hull Crushers are now, it's exciting. And I'm looking forward to playing them. I don't want to say who my favorites are coming out of the other side, because I really do think all the teams are, at this point, the teams are all really good, really, really good. So, I just want us to keep advancing 1 week at a time. But Hull Crushers, to highest point, holy cow. They're on a meteoric rise. I know their fleet is like 40, they've expanded their fleet to allow 45 players. I think they're close to max. So they have a good group of guys that are active and they can pull from to be competitive and field multiple teams in Fleet Cups. So it's those Fleet Cups kind of matter. Again, going back to a developing fleet, if you should be focusing right now. If you're a developing fleet up and coming, you should be focusing on getting, I would say, at least 10 Fleet Cups a weekend. That that would be probably a reasonable goal. I mean, I know that probably seems high for some fleets that might have like only 1 or 2. It'd be like, holy cow! But that's the thing. If you can get 5 players to gel, and you're getting 7, 8, 9, 10 fleet cups a weekend. Well, now you're on your way. You can add a piece here and there, a couple players here and there, and now next thing you know, your comp team is looking pretty healthy.
Yeah.
But with the fleet cups, it really gives you a good chance to measure. I feel like how you're doing as a fleet competitive wise.
Yeah, and
so take advantage of that.
It's something I've really enjoyed so far about this Super Cup. Is like literally we've seen like almost the opposite ends of the spectrum at this point. So we have seen Wasa, who were like undoubtedly like the team to beat. They were number 1. They not only have they lost a battle, but then on the other end you see a team like Hull Crushers just stomping every single team that they've come up against so far. So it's like that sort of the yin and yang of it all, so to speak, like seeing the opposite ends of the spectrum, like an up and coming team actually like really really like showing that they're a force to be reckoned with, and also showing that the king can bleed. So from my perspective, as not so much as a member of Salty, but as a spectator, like it's really interesting to see, and it's I'm enjoying it, man. I'm looking forward to it too much.
Great. Yeah,
it's getting more and more intense,
it.
man.
I want to watch.
It's not
obviously today I haven't had a chance to watch any of the games. I'm really looking forward. I will though, and so those guys, Tanner, I'll be watching. Just like I said before, I'm not just watching for the entertainment
every
value.
move you make.
Sing it. Yeah, exactly. The other thing too is like when you have a fleet like Hull Crushers. I mean, Wasa, I could probably name their entire top 20 players by name. I could probably, I have assessments and same with Crimson. Same with UFO, with all the major teams that you see all the time. When you have someone like Hull Crushers, I literally, I only know a couple of them. So it's the unknown is what really kills you in this. It's the same thing kind of like in standard, when you get to a point where you're good and you're playing in standard, the players that really screw you over in standard are the people who don't know what they're doing and do crazy stuff. It's the people who you play against every day who are predictable. You're like, okay, he's going to go behind an island. He's going to do this. He's going to do this move, or he's going to kite and pull back to the left. It's like it becomes predictable, and you kind of get into a rhythm. Then you have a total, a guy who just got the shimmy for the first time, and just completely like YOLOs through the entire div, not afraid of a Z or daring or anything, and you're like,
yeah.
What the flip? Is this guy a rock star or an idiot?
Yeah.
So it's always the unknown.
Yeah. You see, you've got the bad players that you don't know what they're doing. You can't adjust for that because you don't know what the hell they're doing. You've got the good players who you can almost guesstimate what they're going to do, and then you've got the very good players, and that's a whole different story regarding that.
Yeah. But it's also very exciting to meet new players who are really good. I mean, I like that. I mean, there's so many talented players both in comp and out of comp. When you get more of those talented players in comp. I really enjoy.
Don't you mean wankers?
No.
Haven't you seen the HIPAA video? Basically, apparently all of us are wankers because we're good at the game.
I've heard that. I mean, that's something like.
Let's not do this. One stream at a time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go after anyone individually. I would never do that. But the interesting thing is that we get a lot of negative feedback because our guys run in division. We get a lot of like wanker feedback, calling us wankers or whatever because, they're salty again. Like, do they ever play solo? Yeah, we have guys that are only solo. We also all play solo. But the point is, I would hope, and you can see it on Hull Crushers because I think Hull Crushers are over 40 fleet cups. I mean, if you have a fleet you're building, the community is important. You don't want to bring toxic people in. You want people to play together, have fun together. You you know, you want to leave space for guys who are like real record divas who are just like, you know, they're like, oh, I'm going to go play tier 3 in order to boost my record. Well, I mean, fortunately, Salty doesn't have. I mean, there's going to be a guy or two probably on every fleet that's like that. But I'll tell you, for the most part, I would say like 95%, if not higher, almost all of our guys will mix it up with other players.
I've got 5,700 battles in the Kamikaze.
Yeah,
get
that's
out,
too many.
Nah,
That's
that was
too
a
many.
complete lie. My most played ship is the
And
Plymouth,
you
and
can
that
know
isn't even
Hive's now out,
700.
Yeah, but yeah, but I mean, the point
But
is
yeah.
that we enjoy playing together, and you see that too on Hull Crushers. I mean, you see it in Wasa. I mean, you see that when you go up against teams in Standard, and it's just like, okay, there's, you know, I'll tell you another up and coming fleet. I don't even know if they're going to be. I hope they're going to be in the OC4. But that's COTS, COTZ or S, COTS. I think they're a French fleet, but they've been very prevalent on Fleet Cup, and they're a strong team. They play very well together. So, you know, we as a fleet, we take notice. Hey, you know, every time we're in a Standard or we're in Fleet Cups, oh, we know these guys. Look out for this person, or you know, they're up and coming. So, yeah. So keep it. You know, I hope they're the guys, the up and coming fleets like COTS and Hull Crushers that keep pushing and killing it.
Yeah.
And so do we, because it
I
makes,
missed the Hive, I
makes for
think.
more interesting viewing, for sure. But yeah,
Indeed.
hang on, Habif is typing. Are we going to get Habif? Is Habif going to go, yes, my cat is fine, I can talk now? Or
He's going, fire alarm!
or is he
Why
going
do
to
you
invite
think
us
that's so
round for an
German?
unplanned barbecue? He's Mexican, by the way, not German.
Oh. I'm just gonna read that chat there. You know, he's trying to brush Hive's hound's fat ass in reverse, but it's still not moving. I don't know. He's trying. He's trying to use you to take down the flames. Take down the flames. Clearly.
So yeah, unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to end it there. So we're not gonna be able to hear from Habif due to the fire. But I do want to say, Habif, 100% hope everything's fine. Hope the fire's resolved and there's no significant damage to yourself, your things.
Indeed,
Last
100%.
thing we'd want is for Habif have to miss out on Ocean Cup 4 because he hasn't got an Xbox anymore. But
He
thank
doesn't
you.
play an Xbox. He plays on
Oh no,
PlayStation.
PlayStation he does.
on
You're
PlayStation.
right. I should know that because I played with Habib a lot. But I am going to have to end it there. Absolute pleasure to have you, Jedi, as well. Big shout out to both Wasa and Salty. Well, and actually everyone in the Super Cup so far. It's been thoroughly entertaining. We look forward to the next rounds. And until next time, take care.
See you later,
Thank you.
guys. So that was a pleasure.
Thank you.